Okay, so I'm gonna record this intro now so that it can be included in all of my future videos. What I say, unless I am reading scripture or directly quoting a prophet, is my opinion and my opinion alone. I might follow the archaeological evidence or the science that exists, but it is mine and it is my opinion. It's not the church's opinion, it's no one else's. It's just mine. So this little clip here will go in front of every other video I make so that people can't say that I'm misrepresenting the church. Okay, so this scientist, sorry I had to pull up the definitions. So this scientist goes through and he says that the definition of a theory in science is it's the name of a fact, or it's the body of a fact. So I'm going to read this and show you that none of the definitions of theory state that it is a fact. It is what facts are based on sometimes, but that's just evidence. That's just the accepted evidence. So here's definition number 1 by Merriam-Webster's Dictionary. A plausible or scientifically acceptable general principle or body of principles offered to explain a phenomenon. So the theory of the wave theory of light, or the theory of relativity, or the theory of evolution. 2. A belief, policy, or procedure proposed or followed as a basis of action. Her method is based on the theory that all children want to learn. An ideal or hypothetical set of facts. Hypothetical set of facts. Principles or circumstances, often used in phrase in theory. In theory, we have always advocated freedom for all. A hypothesis assumed for the sake of argument or investigation. It's a pre-thought assumption. That's a theory. An unproved assumption. Also, conjecture. A body of theorems presenting a concise, systematic view of a subject. A body of theorems. What's the definition of theorem? A formula or proposition or statement in mathematics, or logic deduced or to be deduced from formulas or propositions. In other words, something unknown but is assumed. Okay? 4. The general or abstract principles of a body of fact, a science, or an art. So it's the general abstract principles. The theory of evolution is the abstract principles of a science. Abstract thought, speculation. The theory of evolution is speculation. The analysis of a set of facts in their relation to one another. So it's an analysis. So you have the theory of evolution and you have the theory of creation. They are both theories of science. They are both are general or abstract principles of the body of a fact. They are both abstract thought. They are speculation. They are both an analysis of a set of facts in their relation to one another. They are both hypotheses assumed for the sake of argument or investigation. They are both a belief, policy, or procedure proposed or followed as the basis of action. And they are both a plausible or scientifically acceptable general principle or body of principles offered to explain phenomena. We can't explain everything. But the theory of evolution is not fact. It has never been fact. Darwin himself said the only way to prove evolution is to find thousands upon thousands upon thousands of evolutionary in-betweens. We have found none. We have found different forms. We have found different ideas. But every item is fully formed. You don't ever have a full skeleton, right, of a creature that has one genome changed from the one right before it. You don't. I don't mind the teaching of evolution. I don't. But if you're going to teach evolution, you have to teach creation. You have to teach both. And they need to be taught where they belong, in science. Teach them in science class. Cool. Leave it there. You teach it outside of science class, and suddenly I have an issue. I have issues with other things too. Abortion. Abortion is I have a huge problem with. There are only two times when abortion is okay. In my eyes. In rape victims, and even then, I believe they should carry to term and adopt and give the child up for adoption. That's still preferable. In number 2, when the mother's life is known to be in danger. If the mother has pre-existing conditions and she gets pregnant, it is cool and okay to abort within the first 2 weeks. I'm okay with that. Because you would know that the mother's life is in danger. If the mother's life is not put in danger until birth starts, or until the child reaches term, then do an emergency C-section. Even if the child's preemie, do an emergency C-section and give that child a chance to live. Give the mother a chance to live. Then they both have a chance to live. Life is sacred. If you choose to create it, if you get pregnant because you choose not to have, or because you choose to have sex without protection, then you don't get that choice. You no longer have the choice to abort. You don't have the choice to not be pregnant because you got pregnant because you chose to have sex without protection. That's your choice. That's when the woman makes the choice. After that, she doesn't have a choice. She made her choice. Now she has to live with that choice and the consequences thereof. There is so much in this world that gender's eternal. Period. End of story. You're born a boy, you're a boy for life. You're a boy for eternity. Go get a sex change. Guess what? Your body's going to go back to being a boy when you're resurrected. Your spirit's still a boy. Same with girls. Girls are born girls because their spirit is a girl. They are eternally a girl. There's no boys trapped in girls' bodies and girls trapped in boys' bodies. It doesn't happen. It doesn't exist. The LDS Church is the only true and living church on earth. That means we are the only ones that receive revelation for the world. And have the continuing principles of the priesthood in our kingdom. In our church, we're the only ones that have those. I'm sick and tired of the whole world saying things that they don't understand. And I'm putting this video out because I am so pissed off at the whole freaking world right now. I have to re-educate my son all the time. I have to teach him correct and true principles and correct and true science, because the schools seem to think that all that matters is what is generally accepted at the time. Schools didn't start doing that until the mid-1900s, or until the 1900s. Before that, in the 1830s, science and other thought processes were taught in schools. Guess what? The Bible was read in schools until around the 1890s, 1900s. Yeah, Bibles were read in schools. Big wow. The issues are serious. Either God exists or he doesn't. Guess what? He exists. And everything proves that he does. Einstein himself said that the more he studied the universe, the more he believed in a supreme being. All right, brothers and sisters, friends, those who watch these videos, I leave it up to you to understand that this is how it is. And nothing the world teaches will change that.